Hey, what's up guys? Got a jam-packed video for you today. We're going to be doing spatchcock chicken on a Hunsaker drum. We're going to be making a mojito. It's a great summertime drink. And then what we're going to be doing is thickening that mojito with this product right here to put over the chicken. So stay tuned. Okay, so here's where we're going to make our simple sugar. So simple sugar is nothing more than equal parts of sugar and water. Now, that's the purest method, I guess you could say. In the time that I've been making simple syrup, I can tell you that for me personally, and it seems like a lot of other people, it is a bit sweet. So I've backed off on the sugar. What I would recommend is if you're going to do equal parts or come off of that mixture, what I would do is put in, say, 4 cups of water and then put in 2 cups of sugar. Go ahead and allow the sugar and water combo poured in one pan and or one pot, and then go ahead and bring that up to a boil. And once you get it to a boil, you're going to continually stir it that whole entire time. You don't want the sugar to burn in any way, or you don't want it to clump or anything like that. So you're going to get it to a rolling boil. Once it comes to a rolling boil, you can go ahead and taste it, see if it tastes sweet enough for you. You have to imagine though, you're going to be adding in rum, lime, mint, and club soda. So it is going to back off the sweetness a little bit. So I have found personally, I think I like my mixture of 4 cups of water to 3 cups of sugar, somewhere right in that vicinity. So again, experiment with your own simple sugar and see what you like. So this has already come up to a boil. It's cooling, and basically what you'll end up with is just it's like a yellowed syrup, and that is going to be the main base of your mojito. I think the base of a good mojito is the simple sugar. It's very important. If you buy pre-mixed stuff, you can either add sugar if it's not sweet enough for you, but if it's too sweet, you're kind of stuck with what you got. It's really simple to make it, so try it out. Like I said, experiment, see what you come up with. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and make the mojito. Ingredients again are that simple sugar that you went ahead and made. You're going to need some white rum. I prefer Bacardi Silver. You're also going to need, I prefer again crushed ice. You're going to need club soda. You're going to need lime, and you're going to need mint. And we'll show you the process here. Okay, first of all, we're going to go ahead and take our glass. We're going to put our mint in. Now, the amount of mint you use is up to you. To me, this drink is really all about summertime flavors. The mint, the lime really brings out just that crispness in this drink. So again, I like to use a lot of lime, use a muddler. And what you're doing when you muddle is you're actually releasing the oils from the leaves, which will obviously give you flavor in the drink. So you want to go ahead and muddle them. I usually put them on the bottom. Then what I'm going to do is again, like a whole entire lime. So you go ahead and squeeze each lime, and then I'll leave a couple of them in here as well. Like that. But I'll go ahead and squeeze them into it. So the next thing, we have our simple sugar. I usually like to make a pitcher of these. So we go ahead and we pour our simple sugar in. The order that these go in really doesn't matter. So we go ahead and we're going to put our club soda in. And I like to do these in about third increments. I found that for me, that taste of thirds does it. And again, this is going to be the taste, so play around with your mixture, see what you guys like. And we're going to put our Bacardi in. And then what we're going to do is go ahead and give that a good mix. Okay, Now what you want to do is crushed ice. Put your crushed ice in, and then you want to go ahead and pour in your mixture. Okay. And I'll go ahead and top it off with a little mint sprig there. And there's our mojito. So again, guys, all about summertime. For me, I love summertime. Love being out on my deck, cooking, being with my friends, listening to music, playing cards, being by the fire. Nothing really says good summertime to me too than these mojitos. So cheers, guys. So moving on to the chicken part. This is a whole young chicken, whole fryer, whatever you want to call them. This one's a 5 pound. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be preparing it to put on the Hunsaker drum. We're going to spatchcock this. So it's really simple. I know there's 100 videos out there on it, but for those of you that have never spatchcocked, at least it'll be something for you. So this is the backside, underside of the chicken. So if you look, you'll actually see the backbone section. Actually, the backbone is going to run right up in there, but you'll see a little, like a line almost, goes right here and right there. And that is the best way to go ahead and cut this. You're going to cut it right along that back line. So what you'll need is a good pair of shears. And then what we're going to do is just go ahead and cut right along that to go ahead and back this bone on out of here. So again, like I say, a good pair of shears goes a long way with this, guys. Okay, so backbone is out of there. So basically, we're gonna clean up some of this other too, and what you're left with then is this backbone, or the inside, breast being here, legs, wings, thighs. So what we want to do is we want to make a little cut right up in here to basically cut into that breastbone. And what that does is you can see it just releases this completely. So what we can do is just push it down. So as you can see, we just made a slight little cut right into that breastbone. And that allows us to go ahead and layer flat. So when we put it in the drum, we can go ahead and put it in like this. We can tuck the wings under if we wanted to, like so. Okay, and again, since we're making this mojito and we're going to be thickening that for the sauce for this, I don't really want to overpower it with a lot of seasoning. So all I'm going to put on this today is just some Suckle Busters SPG. Real plain and simple. I'm not going to overdo it. I don't want to over enhance any type of flavors or overpower the flavors of the mojito sauce with it. Okay, so here's the Hunsaker drum. And what I like to do personally with chicken is I like to run this up kind of hot. So I've started it. I started my basket, a starter lump, and then threw it into the Vortex basket. And my shutter off the bottom is completely wide open, as well as the damper on top. This thing is sitting at 400. So usually, like I say, when I do chicken, I like to run this up really quick and then get the chicken started, and I'll back it back down. So I've got some cherry wood in there now, and here's the chicken all with the SPG. So I'm gonna go ahead and lay it in there. Like I say, run it up there really quick with the temperature. Shouldn't be any more than about an hour and a half or so to cook this, somewhere in that vicinity. Usually chicken with these drums are pretty quick, and I haven't found a better smoker anywhere to cook chicken. Spatchcocking a chicken like this and cooking in this drum, the flavor you get out of that lump and that cherry wood, it's awesome. Okay, so thought process is basically this. What I'm going to do is I really don't want to change the flavor of the mojito. So I know that making the mojito the way that I do is going to keep that taste consistency. So what I'm thinking about doing is go ahead and, again, I want to muddle the mint. So I want to make sure that I get that plenty muddled to expose that as much as I can. Now what I want to do is squeeze in my lime. And I'm not worried about putting the limes in there this time, only because it's not like I'm drinking it and I want the additional flavor from the lime while it's in the glass, but I just want to make sure that I try and extract all the lime that I can. So we have our lime, we have our mint in there. Now what I want to do is I still want to be able to use the ice, but like I say, we're going to strain it. So it'll chill it just a little bit, but that's really not going to have a factor with using the Ultra Tex. And we'll go ahead and make our classic mojito. And what I want to do is just make sure I do get a good mixture with the lime and the mint as a whole. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to go ahead and strain this. I lost some there, but that's okay. So I just want to kind of make sure we got really some good extract of this mint. All right. This product, okay, so a little bit about this product. It's made by a company called Modernist Pantry. It's called Ultra Tex 3. There is another one that's called Ultra Sparse 3. The difference being between the two, after talking to the company, that basically the Ultra Tex has to be used with a blender, where the Ultra Sparse 3 can be used with a whisk. I'm thinking that the blender was the way to go. I have an immersion blender. I'm going to use that. I'm thinking that's really the way to go on this. I want to make sure that it's good and mixed as much as possible. So again, this is made by Modernist Pantry. You can go to modernistpantry.com. And this product it can be used whether the solution, the liquid that you're using, is hot or cold. Its dispersion, they say with a blender, is what they call high shear. So if you are concerned, calorie-wise, the product per 100 grams is 360 calories. So if you're worried about calories, this does pack a little bit to it, obviously. I'm really not going to be measuring this out. I'm really looking for consistency, and basically I'm thinking that consistency-wise, it's going to be a little thinner than a gravy is what I'm really going for. I think a gravy would be way too thick. So somewhere in between just pure liquid and gravy. This product also, it's made from a modified tapioca starch. So I believe that the products in this range, either the Ultra Tex or the Ultra Sparse, are both similar products, but what else they're adding, I think, changes the consistency on how it can blend or how it will blend. So I did test this just a little bit. Now, this stuff looks like kind of like a powdered sugar, or I would say like a powdered sugar almost, like a really, really, really fine flour, possibly even. It really didn't have much of a taste other than kind of maybe like a starchy taste, if you will. But in testing this, I found out really quick that when you're using it, you need to get the immersion blender going right away and dump this in kind of slowly. As you're adding it, it will congeal. You will find little bits that congeal if it's not being mixed properly, or if you're not getting to the bits that you're actually blending well enough. What you can do is work the blender up and down, basically, as you're blending, if you work it up and down, it seems to plunge in and out and get the mixture going. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with it. So like I said, I wanna run this, and I'll add this in a little bit at a time to get to the consistency that I'm looking for. You can definitely feel the consistency change. You can feel it as you're moving around with the blender. So if you can see that, it's definitely picking up more consistency. And I'm thinking like just a little bit thicker. The big test is how it tastes. So here we go. It's definitely thinking it up. It's basically what I'm looking for. Might be, if anything, believe it or not, it might need a little bit more simple syrup possibly. I can really taste the lime and the mint. The club soda I think is all mixed fine. The actual consistency of the pour into this worked really great. I mean, I will not deny that at all. But I think that it might need just a little bit of simple syrup. Okay, so we've plated it up. We're gonna go ahead and spoon our Mojito mix over some of the rice, a little over some of the chicken, and here we go. It's really good. You can still taste that lime and the mint too, actually. So over the rice, that is really good over the rice. Very tasty, very good. Tastes great on the chicken as well. I don't think I would have done anything more with the chicken as far as any other spices, and the salt, pepper, garlic worked out perfect with this. So again, using the product, the Ultra Tex, I think it lends itself really well to some different recipes. If you've ever thought of something drink-wise and thought, you know, this would be really good if you could put it over, you know, chicken or steak or something like that. This is the product. I really would say this is the product, because really is not changing flavor. It gives a different, like, mental taste, I think, in your mind, just because it's not what you're used to. It's not that thinner drink. It's not that liquid drink that you're used to. So I think it kind of like gives you mentally a little different taste wise, but still very good, very, very good. So looking to try this out a little bit more. I got an idea for some ribs I'd like to do. So again, this is Ted with It's All About the Rack. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you liked today with the Mojito, and then also making it with a sauce and the chicken out on the Hunsaker. And please like and subscribe. And if you have any comments or questions, please put them down below. I'll also put a link to the Modernist Kitchen, our Modernist Pantry website for you guys as well. And like I said, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Thanks for tuning in.